gtd-php is a free open source software package that you can use to help you get things done within the GTD philosophy outlined by David Allen. And in version 0.8 we've added a lot of new features to help you get things done more effectively and more efficiently. And let's look at some of those new features now. When we create a project, we can now assign it as a sub-project of other projects. We can assign it as a sub-project for Someday Maybe, and we've got new management levels in the hierarchy. We can assign projects to goals and roles. And once you've got a lot of projects here, you'll find that you can just type a selection of text in here, and it'll filter out the list of projects based on your search string. So if you search for read, it'll just pull out dynamically the one Someday Maybe where read is in the project title. And another new feature in gtd-php is that you can assign more than one parent or project. So if a particular action or project applies to more than one item, you can assign several parents to it. From the review menu, you can also now look for orphaned items, and that'll list all of your items which don't have any project assigned yet. We've added these 4 new items to the hierarchy, and these cover the 10,000 feet to 50,000 feet, the overview of where you're trying to get to and why you're doing these projects, outlined in the GTD book. So projects belong to goals, goals are assigned to roles, roles serve visions, and visions are there to meet values. Over on the configure menu, there's now an admin option, and here there are new functions to help you validate the database, to repair it, and also to create a backup of it. We've also added a programming interface so that you can create add-ons for gtd-php. And the achievements add-on is one of the first to be written, and that lists how many projects, actions, references and waiting on you've completed in the last week, the last month, the last 3 months, and the last year. And it also plots the number of completed actions per week, which are the vertical bars here, and it also plots the rate at which you've been completing items, the average weekly rate over the year, over the last 3 months, over the last 1 month, and over the last week. Over on the lists of actions and projects, we've got an enhanced filter bar, so that you can just filter on viewing, for example, only the next actions. You can list items where they've got a live parent, a parent that's completed or Someday Maybe, or independent of the state of the parent. You can select on the basis of only viewing actions or projects, or you can look at any item type. And if you want, you can turn off all the filters so that it'll show all items, whether they're completed, whether they're in the tickler file, whether they're marked as someday, next actions, or whether they've got a deadline, whether or not they recur. You can turn off all those filters with the Show All button and list all the items in your database. And you can search for a particular string that might appear in the title, the description, or the desired outcome field. For example, we can search for the string GTD, and it'll list those items where GTD happens. Wherever you get table data, you'll find that the headings on the table are now clickable, and they allow you to sort by that column. So here we can sort by the date created, ascending, or we can click again, see descending. We can sort by item title, by description, by type. We've also added shortcut keys for most of the frequently used screens, and you can see the list of shortcut keys from the Help Show Shortcut Keys menu. And you can activate these with different control keys depending on which browser you use. For example, in some browsers you'll use Control-Alt-P to create a new project. In other browsers you might use Command-P or Command-Option-P. And finally, also on the Help menu, you'll find the option to report a bug, which will allow you to go straight to our bug tracking system and create an entry for any bugs you might find to help us improve the package further. And when you go to create a bug, it'll automatically insert this information, which will help us identify the setup you're running on, which version of PHP you're using, which version of MySQL, and the version of gtd-php you're running, and that helps us fix bugs more effectively. So that's a very quick tour of the new functions in gtd-php, and we hope you find it productive, and we hope that it helps you get things done.